Hello, Internet, and welcome to my new Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. A game that I would dare to call the most important game Nintendo has ever made. This was Nintendo's first leap into making a 3D Zelda game, and it went on to define a lot of what the series would be for years going forward. Its engine and systems went on to be reused and built upon in every subsequent 3D Zelda game up until Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing, and went on to change what an adventure game could be. Ocarina of Time is a coming-of-age story at heart that I think is one that still holds up to this day. I'm excited to get into it. Let's get started with The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. After you listen to the rest of this music, because it's awesome.
In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. O Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee.
Hello.
Hi! Hello. Mood.
Hello.
Link, wake up! The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up! Come on! Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy. The great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. Oh yeah, okay, so you may notice we're playing in widescreen. I'm going to be playing on the fan-made PC port Ship of Harkinian, which has a few quality of life features that I'll have enabled, and some small things restored from the game's original 1.0 release, and nothing more. I'm still going to be playing in 20 FPS with the game's original textures, because this game just feels wrong to me without that. Though I am playing with the GameCube button colors because I am playing with a GameCube controller. Kokiri Forest. Yahoo! Hi, Link! I think we all need to learn to start our days with a hearty Yahoo. Do a cool backflip off, because who needs ladders? With knees like these. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. We can read this sign to see that this is in fact Link's house, and this adorable drawing. I literally, I am obsessed with this drawing. It's so cool. It's like an angel fighting a dinosaur. And I guess that's a fairy, maybe? It's very just adorable. I love it. Kokiri Forest is very much based on Neverland, with the fact that all of its inhabitants are children. Occasionally, Navi will want to speak to you. In that case, you want to press C up. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please, come with me. I will eventually. Hold on. So, you may be wondering why I'm not playing the 3DS version. The 3DS version overall, I would say, is the best version of the game if you want to play along. So, feel free. I have my own various reasons, because I do have a captured 3DS, and I do own the game. That is an option that's open to me. But, I figured it was easier, and it would be better off. I would be better off just dumping the game from my collector's edition and just putting it on here. And this way, I get to show some other features and stuff. But the main reason is something we'll be getting to, maybe in the next episode, future video at least. Hey, you, Mr. No Fairy! What's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right, I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh! So, this is my first time making a proper Let's Play of a Zelda game. I started a Let's Play of Ocarina of Time using the Collector's Edition, way back in the day before I rebooted the channel. And, oh, we just got 5 rupees, cool. Yeah, that was something I did do, but I didn't even really like the game at the time. These days, I have not been this excited to make a Let's Play since Pokemon Generation 1, and that should say something, because I loved that Let's Play. Hi, Link. Look this way. Look over here with Z, and talk to me with A. It's actually L, because I'm playing with a GameCube controller, but whatever. You don't know that. Yes, yes! That's how you use a fairy! It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press Z to look in that direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing now. When you have nothing that you can target, you can press Z just to look forward. Try it. The text speed is maddeningly slow in this game, which is another reason I'd recommend the 3DS version, but it's alright, I'll get used to it. I got used to it in my test playthrough, I can get used to it in this one. The shop. It sells things you can get in the forest for free. Do you know how to use the Deku Shield? When you get the shield, press Start to get into the subscreens. Select the equipment subscreen with Z or R. On the equipment subscreen, choose the item you want to equip. Okay, yeah, we literally do not have this shield yet. There is a hidden blue rupee behind here, which is worth 5 rupees. Welcome! This guy will sell us a Deku shield for 40 rupees, and that's the main thing we want. We can also buy Deku sticks and Deku nuts, but as that girl said, we can get those for free. Deku seeds, too. Arrows are things we won't be able to buy for a long time, and recovery hearts are literally worthless. Why would you ever buy this? So yeah, we need to work up some rupees in order to get that shield, which is going to be our first order of business. So first off, if I can get past that sign, geez. We are going to... Oh, another 5 rupees there. Yeah, you can just spam getting that rupee over and over again if you want by leaving and re-entering the forest. You can go here. And in here, this is the Know-It-All Brothers' house. You know it's going to be good when they have names like that. I can teach you about the icons at the top of the screen. You've locked me into learning about something. The blue icon at the top of the screen is called the action icon. You mean the green one? This action icon shows you what action you will perform when you press A. Stop in many spots to see the different things you can do. Yeah, they'll just give you various tutorials about things you can do. None of them actually have, like, dialogue that isn't a tutorial right now, so I'm not gonna worry too much about talking to these guys at the moment. I will worry about stealing their money, though. What we really want here is right next door to them. It's not really next door because there's no door here. The Forest Training Center. Don't recklessly cut signs. Read them carefully. So, first sign. Thrust attack signs. Okay, we don't... that's telling me immediately to attack signs. We don't have a sword yet. Cut grass with your sword. We don't have a sword. That'll maybe be helpful when we have a sword. Switch targeting. If you see a triangle icon above an object, you can target it with Z. In other words, if you press Z when you see triangle above an object, you can lock onto it. If you press Z again, the lock will either release or it will transfer to the next object with a triangle above it. When you have many enemies in your field of view and you want to escape, press Z while holding back on the control stick to cancel targeting. You can target the stones next to the sign for practice. Yeah, so this is the first thing we're actually, like, getting any help with. There are multiple modes for Z targeting. I personally use hold mode. But there is also toggle mode. It doesn't really matter. I know people who swear by either. It genuinely does not matter at all. Hey, let's work on some moves. To jump sideways while Z targeting, press A as you move right or left. To do a backflip while Z targeting, press A. Yeah, okay, I know all this. Probably not gonna be talking to everyone forever because a lot of them do give very repetitive information. Okay, I just got a rupee for doing nothing. That's cool. But yeah, this is all stuff we'll come across naturally just by playing. Like, literally, I figured all this out on my own as a kid, so you probably don't need to learn from these people who are just going to tutorialize at you. We can't crawl in this little hole, though. And in so doing, we have reached viewpoint with Z targeting. This is basically just telling you that since this game doesn't have like a second analog stick to work with, ignore the fact I'm playing on a GameCube controller with a second analog stick, you're going to want to use the Z or L button depending on the version you're playing in order to look around corners. It's definitely a bit of an archaic camera system, but honestly, I kind of love it, and like, I think modern games should maybe use this more just because it's a cool way to control the game, and it gets all your stuff in order. Visit the Know-It-All Brothers to get answers to all your item-related questions. We already did that, and they had nothing interesting to say. Opening this chest. The Kokiri sword. On the equipment subscreen, select it with the cursor and equip it with A. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you really fight. I'm sure I'll really need to practice with it, me having played the game already. The Kokiri sword. You press B to swing it. The way you swing it depends on what you're doing. You can spin around the control stick and press the B button to do a spin attack. It's very finicky. You can also just hold down B and then you'll do a spin attack, but doing it with the control stick is a little bit faster. Want to avoid this boulder. We also want to avoid it coming in here. And now that we have a sword, we can use this to get rupees in various other ways, like cutting down plants, which is going to be our main way of doing things. You also saw we can cut down signs with this. Certain types of signs aren't cuttable, but most of the ones we've seen so far in this episode are, so Yeah. Grass also grows back pretty quickly, and you can continue to reap items from it even after, so yeah. Anyway, now, to gather some rupees. The blue rupees that we got in the area where we got the Kokiri sword are worth 5 rupees each. I'd call them bloopies if bloopies weren't a different thing in this series. We just want to cut a bunch of stuff out here. Like, cutting that sign got us another blue rupee. We're already pretty much to 40. But I am going to show a few more locations to get rupees, just because that would be good of me to do, probably, as the Let's Player in this relationship we have here. You can do a side jump to get over that for whatever reason, if you feel like you need to. Okay. We literally need 1 more rupee. If we head over here, not talking to you, I want to talk to this guy. Hey, by the stone, pick it up. Hey, by the stone, pick it up. Mean old Mido made me pick up the rocks in front of his house. As I said, pick up a rock, throw it. Sometimes rupees will come out of them, various other things as well. Sometimes there will be bugs underneath them, which we can't do anything with yet. And there won't be any bugs in the stones here, but still. This rupee is hidden in the tall grass here. I already showed you can get blue rupee by going across here. Even if you mess it up, apparently. Good to know. This guy. That meanie Mido made me cut the grass at Saria's house. Mido told Saria he would do it so she would like him, but I'm the one doing all the work. You and Saria are close friends, so will you help me cut the grass? I'll let you keep anything that you find while you're cutting it. Yeah, okay. Maybe Saria wants it here. Did Mido consider that? We can't cut the one he's actively working on, so unfortunately we can never actually free him from his prison, and as soon as we enter any building, all the ones we already cut will grow back, so yeah, that's a little rough. We can head up here. We could also get on Saria's roof to get 3 recovery hearts, which, cool, for all the health you've lost in Kokiri Forest. But yeah, we can go across this bridge by rounding Saria's house, and up here is another blue rupee. You came all the way up here? I'm gonna push you down. You're a real man. Look, isn't this view pretty? Change your viewpoint with up so you can look around the forest with control stick. She did push me down. She's actually a named NPC. Her name is Fado, and you can notice that she is actually different from the other, like, Kokiri girls around here. She has, much yellower hair. These guys are more, well, these girls are more orange, and so is everybody else, including Link. So yeah, I think it's interesting that she's a named NPC. We won't be seeing that again for a while with the Kokiri. Mido, Saria, and Fado are the named Kokiri, at least that I know of, and the Know-It-All brothers, obviously. As we're looking for more rupees, House of Twins. I don't think there's any in here, but this is the House of Twins. You can tell by the one person who lives here. Rest assured, there will be twins here later. But we can break their pots to get some rupees. Behind Mido's house, there's another 5. And going into Mido's house, he has a bunch of chests. 1 rupee. 5 rupees. Oh, that's where he keeps his heart. And 5 more rupees. Honestly, that's all the rupees I know of, but now that we're already at 81, it feels like it would be a waste not to get up to max, so I'm gonna go ahead and get us up to maximum rupees real quick. We can only hold up to 99 right now, so it won't take that long. By the way, if we talk to Saria after having talked to Mido... What? Mido won't let you go to see the great Deku Tree? Ah, that bum. I don't know why he's always so mean to everyone. What he said is true, though. The forest... Strange things have been happening here lately. You need to be ready for anything. You'd better find a weapon. You can buy a shield at the shop, but there's only 1 sword hidden somewhere in the village. We already got the sword, but yeah, we have to buy a shield. Okay, nothing behind Link's house, dang. Link, you gotta start hoarding your wealth. There we go, got us up to max rupees. Absolute overkill, there's no reason to do this right now. But whatever, let's buy a shield. We can talk to the owner of the shop too. We sell shields, but not swords. True. Let's buy a shield. Switch to the equipment subscreen and select the shield. Press A to equip it. Press R to crouch and defend. If you press R while Z targeting, you can move while defending. Yeah, good to know. And let's equip that. There we go. We now have a sword and a shield. We're equipped the same way young Link is in Super Smash Bros, I think. Does he use the Deku shield in Smash? That doesn't sound entirely right. Maybe he used the, like, shield from Majora's Mask. I don't know. Whatever. Hello, Mido. Let me through.
If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble.
Well, sucks to be you, Mido. I'm sick. Heading through here, we have our first enemies. These are withered Deku Babas. They literally won't attack you. If you run into them, they'll still hurt you, but yeah, they aren't going to do anything to actually threaten you. You get Deku sticks for killing them by slicing at their necks. I guess they're stems because they're plants, but yeah. Deku sticks are a new item. Essentially, we put these on a C button. This is now a basically double damage. It does more damage than the Kokiri sword. However, in return, it breaks in a single hit. So, yeah, you should stock up since these withered Deku Babas will continue to respawn over and over again. Because I think we can hold up to either 10 or 20 of these right now. Either way, quite a few. So, yeah, we can just keep like entering and leaving their range of being spawned in, and they'll respawn. No reason not to. Doesn't even take very long. There we go. We're maxed out at 10.
Great Deku Tree, I'm back.
Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Great Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have the courage enough to undertake this task?
Nothing interesting happens if you say no. Trust me, I've checked.
Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. Navi the Fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, you see up to listen well to her words of wisdom.
Let's see up. We have our first mission. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we're going to enter the Great Deku Tree to attempt and free him from his curse. See you guys then.